From the depths of the rainforest to bustling cities, an invisible world thrives. Viruses, tiny agents of disease, have shaped human history for millennia, often leaving devastation in their wake. Today we embark on a journey into the heart of these microscopic threats, exploring the top 10 most dangerous viruses in history. We will delve into their origins, understand their impact, and uncover the science behind their deadliness. Join me as we navigate this microscopic battlefield where the survival of humanity hangs in the balance.
Our journey begins in Africa, where the Ebola virus lurks in the shadows. Identified in 1976 near the Ebola River, this virus causes severe internal bleeding and organ failure. It spreads through direct contact with bodily fluids of infected individuals. Symptoms include fever, headache, muscle pain, and vomiting, rapidly progressing to bleeding. The fatality rate can reach up to 90%. The 2014 to 2016 outbreak claimed over 11,000 lives. Experimental vaccines offer hope in the fight against Ebola.
Rabies strikes fear into many hearts. This ancient virus targets the nervous system, leading to a gruesome death. Transmitted through saliva, primarily from dogs, rabies is a global threat. The virus travels through nerves to the brain. Once symptoms appear, it is almost always fatal. Hydrophobia, a fear of water, is caused by painful throat spasms. Vaccinating pets is crucial to break the chain of transmission. Avoid wild animals and seek medical attention if bitten.
Our journey takes us to the Americas, where a hidden threat lurks in the droppings of rodents, the Hun Virus. This stealthy killer causes a severe respiratory illness known as Hun Virus pulmonary syndrome, or HPS. Transmission occurs through inhalation of aerosolized rodent excreta. The virus attacks the lungs, causing them to fill with fluid. Prevention focuses on minimizing contact with rodents and their droppings.
Chapter 4. Smallpox. A scourge eradicated. Our journey now takes us back in time to confront a foe that once ravaged humanity for centuries. Smallpox. This ancient scourge, caused by the variola virus, left a trail of disfigurement and death across the globe. Transmitted through respiratory droplets and contaminated objects, smallpox unleashed a wave of suffering, characterized by high fever, painful pustules covering the body, and often blindness and death. Thanks to a global vaccination campaign, the last naturally occurring case was recorded in 1977. The eradication of smallpox stands as a testament to the power of science and global cooperation, a beacon of hope in the fight against infectious diseases.
Chapter 5. Influenza, the unpredictable foe. Our journey continues with a familiar foe influenza, commonly known as the flu. This respiratory virus, though often dismissed as a seasonal nuisance, has a dark side, capable of unleashing pandemics with devastating consequences. The influenza virus, a master of disguise, constantly mutates, making it challenging for our immune systems to keep up. The 1918 Spanish flu pandemic, one of the deadliest in human history, serves as a chilling reminder of influenza's pandemic potential. Vaccination remains our best defense against influenza, reducing the risk of infection and severe illness.
Chapter 6. HIV/AIDS, a global epidemic. HIV/AIDS has claimed over 35 million lives since the early 1980s. HIV attacks the immune system, making it vulnerable to infections and cancers. Transmitted through bodily fluids, primarily unprotected sex, sharing needles, and from mother to child during pregnancy, childbirth, or breastfeeding. Antiretroviral therapy, RT, has transformed lives. Prevention strategies, including safe sex practices, needle exchange programs, and access to testing and treatment, are crucial.
Chapter 7. NEPA virus emerging from the shadows. Our journey takes us to Southeast Asia, where the NEPA virus, an emerging threat, lurks in the shadows. First identified in Malaysia in 1998, this deadly virus causes a range of illnesses, from mild respiratory infection to fatal encephalitis, which is inflammation of the brain. Fruit bats, natural hosts of the virus, transmit NEPA to humans through contaminated fruits and date palm sap. Human-to-human transmission is also possible, primarily through close contact with infected individuals. Currently, there are no vaccines or specific treatments for NEPA virus infection. Preventing contact with infected bats and pigs, as well as practicing good hygiene, are crucial in containing outbreaks.
Our journey takes us back to Africa, where the Marburg virus, a close relative of Ebola, poses a deadly threat. This hemorrhagic fever virus, first identified in Marburg, Germany in 1967, causes severe illness characterized by fever, muscle pain, and bleeding. The Marburg virus spreads through contact with bodily fluids of infected individuals, both living and deceased. Fruit bats are believed to be the natural reservoir of the virus. Symptoms of Marburg virus disease typically appear abruptly with high fever, chills, headache, and muscle pain. In severe cases, the virus can cause bleeding from multiple sites, organ failure, and death. Supportive care, including rehydration and management of symptoms, is crucial.
Our journey concludes with a highly contagious virus that is entirely preventable: measles. This disease can cause serious complications, including pneumonia, encephalitis, and death. It spreads through respiratory droplets when an infected person coughs or sneezes. The measles vaccine is highly effective in preventing measles. Thanks to widespread vaccination, measles deaths have declined dramatically worldwide.
Viruses are microscopic agents that invade cells to replicate. Unlike bacteria, they can't live on their own. They need a host. Once inside, they hijack the cell's machinery to multiply, causing symptoms and potentially deadly complications. Thanks to advancements in science, many of these viruses are manageable today. But with emerging threats, vigilance and prevention remain our strongest defenses.